Welcome to episode 35 of the 411, folks. My name is Scott, and I am here with Jake.
Hello.
We are back, and we are ready to talk games. So, Jake, we're going to start off today by talking about what we've been playing. I've just walked in on you, and you've been playing a bit of Watch Dogs 2.
First video game I played in like 2 weeks.
It's not good.
No, life gets in the way.
Life finds... I forgot the quote from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Life finds a way. Jeff
That's-
Goldblum.
I don't think that's it.
That's it. Life finds a way.
What does that mean, though? There's no context here.
That, you know, if there's a whole paddock of female dinosaurs, they'll find a way to mate. That's what it means.
Well, I don't have a pack of female dinosaurs.
You want a pack of female dinosaurs?
Maybe. That'd be alright, I guess. Anyway. Yeah, well, that's essentially what I've been playing. That was about 15 minutes worth. It's good.
Oh, okay. I've been so close to getting it a few times, Watch Dogs 2, but I really can't be bothered playing a game like that, you know, with an entire map of things for you to collect and everything, but...
I don't think it's quite like that, even though it's from Ubisoft. I think it's a bit more toned down. Or at least the things you have to do and collect are much more fun than Assassin's Creed. I would hope so, right?
Well, I don't know. I haven't played it. You have. But you've only just done the tutorial bit, haven't you?
Yeah.
But, you know, I was actually really impressed with the graphics look really good.
Looks pretty good. Can't wait just to get into the open world, because that looks amazing.
I've seen so many people just play Watch Dogs just to explore San Francisco. And I was listening to a podcast of people who live in San Francisco, and comparing it to the actual city, and there are so many parts of the map in the game which are identical to the city. So it's really cool that they've done that.
Cool.
So that's you. Jake, I have come prepared for this episode. I have been playing a shit ton of games.
Well,
New games.
At least one of us is prepared.
That's exactly right. In the previous episode, I was alone, and I was talking about some Bradman Cricket 17.
Yeah. Wasn't that just the most listened episode ever?
Jake, please. There is a hardcore fan base out there for these types of games, and I am part of that. Now, I actually spoke about on the last episode that every single time I brought this up, I get shut down by you, yours truly, and that's just happened again. But so Bradman Cricket 17 has just come out, and hasn't really met my expectations. I think I was a bit too excited for it, but that's because with the game isn't licensed, so all the players have fake names and there's no real like logos or anything in the game, but that they rely solely on the player, the fan hub, so the fans go in there and create their own teams and create the exact logos and everything, which is really cool because I downloaded all the international teams and everything, but what hasn't been done so far is nobody's really made any of the domestic teams like Queensland or New South Wales, so I can't really start my career yet just because I'm waiting for the fans out there to make all those teams.
Maybe you should do it.
I was thinking about it, but I was like, I got too many other things to do. Someone out there is going to do it. I reckon someone is in the middle of doing it right now. I've just got to wait a bit longer, then I can start my career mode. The cool thing about this one, though, is in Bradman Cricket 14, you started off as playing in Queensland or, you know, for your domestic team. But in this one, you've got to start lower than that. So you can choose to play for Robina or a Southport, you know, really suburban teams like... Suburban. Suburban teams like that.
You said suburban again.
And then even if your suburb isn't on there, you can sort of create it yourself. So I can create whatever suburb we live in and everything.
So what you're saying is that I can play for Madrabah?
That's exactly right. The Madrabah, what are they called? Redbacks or something?
No, Redbacks were the regional team.
Oh, right. So Madrabah, whatever they're called, you can create that, and you can also create all the players in your team. So I can create you and have you in my team, or I can have you in the opposition and bowl you out for a duck every single time you get the bat in your hand.
I don't want to be in your stinking team.
It's good. We'll be in the opposing team. And the good thing about this is whoever you create or whoever you grow up with, I guess, in this team, and then, you know, you could get selected for Queensland and I could get selected for another team and everything, and then we could both take our careers to the next level and maybe both be selected for Australia one day. Just players that I've created. So, you know, it's really cool. I'm just waiting for, you know, the fans to get out there and do their part so I can actually get started with this game. But it's actually good that no one's done it yet, so because it's given me a lot of time to do other things.
Well, come on, fan. I know you're out there. You can do it.
Fans.
No. There is no plural.
There's quite a lot of YouTube channels dedicated to doing lots of gameplay videos for this game, so it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And I applaud them.
You can't do this shit. You haven't even seen it. You haven't played it.
Yeah, but I don't even watch cricket, so
exactly. So it's just like me. I don't have an example. I watch everything. I like all sport games. You know, the golf, the tennis, anything.
The boring ones.
You know what game I do not like? There's a game called Lacrosse that came out, and it's from the same developer, Big Ant Studios.
There's a big market out there. I know there's a handball game out there.
Oh, there is a handball as well, yeah. So it's a bit weird, these games coming out. It's like Handball 16, Lacrosse 16 or 17, I think it was.
You know, them lacrosse fans need to get a mention.
I bet those lacrosse fans are pumped for that game.
Calm down.
What I talked about in the previous episode as well was that I watched some gameplay of the lacrosse video, and it's pretty much copy and paste from Rugby League Live 3. The menus are the same, the graphics and everything are the same, so they pretty much haven't put any work into it. They've just changed sort of the rules and the field placements and everything. It's just copy and paste.
That's what I'd do if I was a developer there. They wouldn't be getting much money. I'm really mean to these developers.
You are. It's like they're a growing Australian company. You know, they're competing with names like EA Sports, and every single time a game comes out from them, everybody compares it to EA Sports. Oh, why can't EA Sports do this? They'll be so much better. Well, they're so much richer and bigger. This is a small studio in Melbourne.
EA Sports should get their cricket thing back.
No, they still have the licensing.
Oh, then do it.
Yeah, exactly.
So with what else they dropped? They dropped NBA as well.
I don't know, because I think 2K and EA Sports both have the licensing for that, because...
Yeah, but there hasn't been an NBA Live game for 2 years now? Something like that?
No, they've been releasing them now. They started back. Pretty sure they had 15 and 16 or something like that. I don't know.
I beg to differ.
Listen, mate.
So what else have you been playing?
Alright, so, yep, ticking Don Bradman Cricket off the list. Haven't actually put too many hours into that just because of, you know, the fans out there letting me down. Alright, next game, Jake. Firewatch.
Oh, Wait, how have you played this?
It's on Xbox One now.
Oh,
it came out maybe a month ago or something. I only noticed, I heard no news about this. I only noticed when I was scrolling through all the games to download, and I found it then. I'm like, whoa.
Okay, so before you talk about this is the biggest problem I have with exclusive games. So this game was exclusive to PS4.
Yeah, and we literally thought we were never going to play this.
That's why I watched someone else play it.
Oh, no.
So I can't now go and play it.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's a great from...
Did you watch the entire game?
Yeah. Because it's what? Just maybe 10 hours?
10 hours? No way.
No?
It's 4 hours.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so you finished it?
Yeah, I finished it. I played it in one sitting.
Oh. It's good, hey.
I turned it on one night and just didn't stop playing. Yeah. So it's actually a really good game. But before playing this game, because like you, I thought I was never going to be able to play it. So I heard a few podcasts about the game, but nothing was really spoiled for me. But I heard them saying that the ending was really disappointing, and I do agree with them. I was sort of waiting for something big to happen, but no, nothing happened. It's just sort of like, okay, yep, that's it. Get in a helicopter, go home.
Yeah.
Spoilers, by the way.
Yeah. Well, no, I guess we'll wait to talk about the ending off air. But you're right. It was a little anticlimactic, but I don't know. The biggest thing that really I found the most intriguing about the game was just the way you communicate with this person. You never ever saw them.
You never see anybody in the game. You don't see anybody.
Oh, except for those two women out in the lake.
Yeah, but you can't really see them.
No.
I was really trying to get closer to them as well.
Skinny dipping. But that is essentially the only human contact you have is through radio. Yeah. And the way they play with that is pretty interesting.
It really plays with your mind, though, because you start to question, is she real?
Yeah.
You know?
Apart, when I was watching it, I did... Because some of the things she was saying didn't eventually I feel like she wasn't real.
Mm. And then sometimes, you know, you thought she was working against you, you know, especially when she had that crossover call with someone else saying, yeah, he has no idea. You know, that was sort of early on in the game. You start to question, wait, something's going on here. You know, I really thought she was against me at some points and everything. But yeah, no, it just plays with your mind because you have no actual human contact with this person. You're not seeing anybody.
But where is she? Like, she mustn't be that far away. She can see you.
Oh, no, yeah. So that she has the lookout post, and you can see it from a distance. So you can see it from your lookout post, but it's a kind of little dot. Right on the other side of the mountain. So when you actually get to go to her lookout post, which is pretty much right at the end of the game, you have to take a cable car over this long gap. And I actually found that cable car quite early on in the game, but the cable car wasn't there. It was on the other side, so there was no way of crossing that gap. So yeah, the way the map is set out is really, really good as well. So for some, like, you've got to sort of orienteer yourself, you explore yourself, kind of thing. You have to find your own way around. You've got a compass and you've got a map, but the way they've set it out is it's so easy to find your way through all these things, and then you start to remember where to go, and you don't even need to look at your map anymore. And that's within 4 hours of the game, you know, or even before that, you know where to go, you know. So the map is really, really smart, and I love the graphics as well.
It's cool.
Style of the graphics. Yeah,
it's like kind of cartoonish.
Yeah, but it's a really serious game kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. No. I'm disappointed I never really got to experience it myself.
Can we just talk spoilers?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk spoilers. So the entire thing with the game is that there is someone. You find out that there's someone have been listening to your conversations on the walkie-talkies, and you find some notes that people have been recording exactly what we've been saying. Him and Delilah. So basically, pretty much the back end of the game is trying to find out who that is and what's going on, and you find out there's a research center, and it's all fenced off and everything. So you go there, and it's actually really scary. You think someone's going to creep up behind you. You think there's this whole government thing, this whole, you know, Secret Service thing, I don't know, around there, but really you find out it's only just this one guy. And Delilah knows this guy. I think he used to work as the Firewatch Ranger or whatever. So, and once you find that out, it's kind of it's really underwhelming, and you're not really scared anymore. And there's sort of all this tension is off you now. And then you've still got about maybe 45 minutes left of the game where you're just running around and packing up your things and leaving. Where it's sort of like, I'm kind of over it now, just because all that tension's away.
There was that, and then what was the part with the little kid?
Oh, with the little kid, that's his son.
Whose son?
The guy who's been watching you. So okay. the guy, the whole thing when you find the kid and he's dead, it looks like it's an accident. Like it looks like he's fallen off and everything of this inside, and the rocks have fallen on him and everything. But Delilah's sort of questioning whether the father killed him, and that's why he's sort of hung around and he's just sort of hiding in a cave for so long.
Do you ever find that out?
You don't really find out. It's sort of up to you to make your own decision about that. So there's a lot of unanswered questions, but the really underwhelming thing in the game is you don't get to see Delilah. You never get to meet her. So when you actually you're packing your things, and then you need to go from your lookout watchtower to her watchtower because you're getting picked up by a helicopter there, and then she's saying she's going to go, and then you convince her to stay. Say, please just wait for me. I really want to see you. And so you travel all the way there, which takes a good maybe 20 minutes to go there. And then when you get there, you realize she's gone. And then you get to talk to her again on the walkie-talkie. So it's quite underwhelming that you never actually get to see her. And there's no real big surprise or twist at the end. Sort of, you just realize it's all over. Because still after, when you realize it's only one guy in that research center or whatever, you're still waiting for something big to happen, a twist right at the end. But no, nothing happens. So it's quite underwhelming, but the experience of it all was very good.
I don't know. Now that you say that, it's like, because the whole thing of the game, the reason you yourself, the player, whatever his name is, has come to be the watch guard tower, was because his wife is like has some mental disease or something. Yeah,
she got Alzheimer's.
Yeah, and then he's come here to get away from it or get some extra money or something like that. Yeah, I don't know. Now that that's in the back of your mind, and then now you've got this this kind of back and forth relationship with this Delilah woman, and then you're right, it doesn't eventuate to anything. Maybe that was just like a symbolism for it all. I don't know. Nothing comes of it all. I don't know. Are we supposed to read this far into this?
We are.
Yeah.
Well, it's a game that you're supposed to, I guess.
Yeah.
It's only 4 hours, but you get really emotionally involved into it. I think the music placement is really good.
Mm-hmm.
It's, you know, and there's sometimes when you're sort of starting to freak out, like what's going on, and then this music starts to play. Because most of the game is silent. There's no music. You're just listening to... You're right?
I drank water wrong.
Most of the game is just silent. You're listening to the outside atmospheric noise. But then when things happen, when you find something out, there's music starts to play and it gets really intense. So the music placement is really good, and the music is actually really good as well.
I got really sad when I did see the kid in his bones.
Yeah.
I was pretty sad because it built up. I know it probably wasn't the thing we were expecting, but that was kind of like a little twist for me.
Yeah,
in like a sad way. So I think that was probably the biggest thing that stuck with me, finding the kid's bones.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the game started really well at the very beginning. How you choose. So it's detailing your past experience relationship with your wife.
The writing was a bit corny.
Yeah, but I know. But I think it was really clever how you could choose little bits and pieces, and then little pieces come up from your choices throughout the game.
I love games when you make your own choices and you see it take effect. It's cool.
I had that too, like 4-hour experiences like this. I had that with Inside. This
and that's another game that I was very close to downloading just to play before our Game of the Year show, just to see what it was like. But
I definitely that was another game. I played it in 2 sittings, but that one really stuck with me. Again, a game that has very little, like there's no dialogue. There's 0 dialogue. There's no music. It's just very silent, very dark, but somehow you get pulled into this huge experience, and they do it really cleverly. Yeah,
to tell a story without dialogue is just on a different level than what Firewatch was. Let's just talk about voice actors for a second here. What did you think of that
in Firewatch?
Yeah,
it was good, I guess. Yeah,
I didn't really like the guy.
No,
at all. Like the girl was actually really good. She was believable, but the guy was sort of like, I don't know. I couldn't really connect with him. He was sort of a bit weird.
I don't know. He was okay. He was. I felt like he did his character well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's been a while since I've seen or heard it again. So yeah.
But is this Campo Santo's first game?
Good question. I don't know.
Not sure. The whole time I was playing it, I was thinking this would be actually a really cool movie.
Yeah. No, because... No, I don't like to think like that, because you wouldn't get the same experience out of it.
I think you would.
No, because the choices you made at the start, that would be nothing. The choices would be made for you.
But still, I guess if they had a different ending...
Sure. But the way you yourself came across things, the way you found yourself around the map, like you said, the navigating around the map, it was really, you found that really good.
Yeah, I guess
you wouldn't have that in a movie.
Yeah,
they would cut all those pieces out. Yeah.
Well, there'd be a lot of moments in the movie where you're just going about your day. It'd be like one of those very slow movies, I guess. But then when the intense things happens, it just really intensifies that part because the whole movie's a bit slow.
Oh, I saw it. Can we break here and talk about a movie I've seen recently?
No, we're still talking about Firewatch.
Okay. Let's come back to the movie then.
Okay. Firewatch. Oh, okay. Before we go on, I just wanted to mention one thing. Your sort of your best bit of the game was when you found the kid.
Yeah, probably.
One of my favorite bits of the game was when you were sort of looking around at night time out in the middle of nowhere, and then she says, well, I'm just looking at you in your watchtower, and it's like, well, that's not me.
Oh yeah,
That's a really cool bit.
Then you had to run back.
Yeah, you had to run back and find out who it was and everything. So that was actually really scary. There was some definitely scary moments.
And then, well, I guess it was kind of assumed that's the guy, the researcher.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. And at that point, you don't know how many people are sort of watching you. You know, you think it's a whole, a whole place, dedicated to a research center thing. So
it is spooky because putting myself in that situation, I'd be spooked. Like, you're just by yourself the whole time. Like, you got this woman on the other end of a radio, but that's no comfort.
And the whole time I was thinking, when the thing was intensifying, like, and everybody was freaking out, like, and he's questioning, are you real and everything? At that point, screw the watchtower. Just go meet up with each other. If you're really all worried about this shit.
Well, he's got a job to do.
I still think, like, if that was me in that situation, it's like, let's just meet up. We really need to meet, and sort this out, or call authorities or something. Tell them what's going on.
So, I mean, again, you never meet her. Do you think she's real?
Yeah, I definitely think she's real.
I don't know. Could be something else to it.
Because then how would you get picked up by the helicopter? How would they know? She's the one that organised all that, I think.
I don't know. Could be an imposter.
I guess so. It's food for thought.
So, look, what do you think? This is a good standalone experience? Like, they won't build on this?
Yeah, definitely. They can't do another Firewatch game after this. But there was one thought I had. A game that I reckon this team Campo Santo would be good at. I reckon they should do a Groundhog Day style of game.
Sure. Okay.
I don't know. That's just what I thought. There was a moment in the game where something reminded me of like a Groundhog style thing. Like if you were in the same setting, like in that sort of Firewatch setting, and it was sort of like you woke up every day and you didn't remember. Oh no, you're reliving the same day over and over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I know the part you're talking about. It kind of like, I feel like it's kind of like 1/3 or something through the game, or maybe even halfway. It's kind of like montaging you through, like skipping you 10, 15 days at a time.
Yeah.
Because nothing of its significance is happening, but
yeah.
You are essentially...
there was this part where it's just like going day by day. It was really quickly and everything,
But
so
you just assume essentially you're doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah, same thing, yeah. Pretty boring job, I think. That's why people go out there and do it, to get away from things. 79 days out there, though. It's crazy. All right, Jake. The movie.
Yeah.
I do have another game to talk about, but go.
I just want to break mold a bit. Have you heard of this movie called The Stanford Prison Experiment?
I have heard of that, yeah.
Yeah, it came out last year. It's got...
Oh, no. Then I haven't.
Oh.
I thought it was like an older movie.
There is a movie called... I think it's just called Prison or something like that. I don't know. There was a German movie, based around the same topic, turned into an English movie.
Yeah.
Remade to English. And
that's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's based on the exact same
Yeah.
events. Have you an idea of what it is then?
Yeah. So it's researching how people handle like prison or something like that.
Right. So...
And this is a true story?
Yeah, true story happened in the 70s.
And is this a documentary or is it actually filmed with actors?
No, it's a movie. Okay. It's got this guy called, I think his name is Ezra Miller. I don't know, everyone talks about him. I've never heard of him. Anyway, I think that's his name. But yeah, the whole basis of the movie is that this research professor gets, so it's got 18 college students, interviews them, and then breaks them into 9 prisoners and 9 guards, based off like a coin flip, and then puts them in a simulated prison environment in the school, and then just tells them to do it as you feel, don't hold back, let the inhibitions take you over, kind of thing. And I don't know, and the whole movie is just that, watching how these guards take the evil of the guard position takes them over, and how quickly submissive the prisoners are in that environment. It's probably one of the most fascinating movies I've ever seen.
I remember watching the trailer for the older movie of this, and I was really keen to see it. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
But now that there's a newer movie of it, definitely keen to see that.
And that all the actors, they're just all... It's an indie movie, so
Yeah,
you really don't know any of the actors.
which is good.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Freaking incredible. Amazing. Yeah, I don't want to say too much, like, if you want to watch it and stuff, but
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
want to... It's probably one of the best experience. Like, it's a movie I don't think I could watch ever again, you know? The experience will hold with me the whole time. And it's one of those movies, I saw it, like, Tuesday or something of this week.
Yeah. It sticks with you.
I've thought about it every single day up until now.
Only a few movies have done that for me.
Yeah.
127 Hours.
Yeah?
You haven't seen that?
No.
You're
Okay, I'll get that.
So, Stanford Prison Experiment.
Yeah.
411, folks. Pick of the week.
Yeah, I guess. And it's one that, like, as soon as I finished watching the movie, I had to spend the next 2-3 hours reading about it on the internet, looking at every article, because it was a true story.
Yeah.
There was actual real-life
Footage, yeah.
of it happening, and audio clips and stuff, because the whole thing was being filmed and watched by people, by the research guy. Yeah, I don't know. And then it's making me think, like, because the prisoners and guards were chosen by coin flip, some people who were guard really, really got into that role and really took advantage of it. But, like, if that guard was then a prisoner, how would he react then? You know.
It reminds me of an experiment that they did back in the 70s or 80s. They haven't made a movie about this. I think it's just a little documentary, where it's in an American school, in a primary school. The kids are about, in grade 1 or 2 or something, and the teacher does this experiment on racism. So she says that everybody that has, I think it's to do with eye color, so blue eyes, are better than people with brown eyes. And so maybe half the class had blue eyes and the other half had brown eyes. So she's saying it's a fact, and it's been proven that people with blue eyes are more superior to people with brown eyes. They're just better at everything. They do things better. They talk better, just everything, right? And then she said she told all the kids this in the morning, and they did a whole lesson on how blue-eyed people are better. And then they pretty much observed how the kids acted at lunchtimes. And so there were all fights at lunchtimes, and all the blue kids were like pushing the brown-eyed kids and everything, treating them like shit. But then she brought them back in, and then the teacher said, "I lied to you. The brown-eyed kids are actually better." And then they did a whole lesson relearning that the brown-eyed kids are actually better than the blue-eyed kids. This is a whole thing to do with white skin color or black skin color people. It's the same thing, whatever. Because back then it was around the sort of the times when people were saying white people are better than black people. So this is teaching them that we're all equal, I guess. But then anyway, the table just turned straight away. Brown-eyed people were treating the blue-eyed kids like shit.
Right, because they had experienced.
Yeah, and I think this lasted an entire week, kind of thing. And then right at the end, they're saying that it's not true or anything. And these kids in the documentary were brought back, I think, 15, 20 years later, and they rejoined their same class, all the kids together. They're all adults now, and they met the teacher and everything, and then they're all explaining how it changed their lives, about racism and all that. So
I freaking love movies and games and books and stuff that play with human psychology like that.
Yeah.
Who can that if you just put them under certain circumstances, how it twists their mind and how you see different outcomes. And that's really one of the things that I love about the Zero Escape games. Putting people under that kind of amount of pressure and set of rules.
Yeah.
How it twists some people, how some people automatically revert to...
You see their true colours.
Yeah, you see their true colours. I freaking love that so much. So
just on that Zero Time... What's the series called? Zero Escape.
Yeah.
So I was reading about the Zero Escape games the other day, and apparently the original Zero Escape game 999 is being compiled with the newer game Zero Time Dilemma in so they're both being released together on PC.
No, so you have that wrong. So it's 999 and Virtue's Last Reward are getting...
Oh, so the two older games.
Yeah, are getting a remake for... kind of like a reboot.
Yeah, reboot, yeah.
For PC and PS4 and Vita.
So no 3DS.
Nope.
I just want all three on 3DS.
I know, and the 999 has no dialogue.
But they're putting dialogue into it. Yeah,
and it kind of makes me want to just go through it again with
yeah.
the dialogue.
PC? Would you get it?
Oh well, that's the only thing I have.
Can it work on Mac?
Maybe.
Otherwise, you'll have to get a Vita
or a PS4. Yeah, these are games. I've still yet to play Virtue's Last Reward, but from the other two I've played, these are games that everyone needs to play. No matter, because sure, it's like extreme puzzle solving. Even if you're not the greatest puzzle solver, screw it. Just get a walkthrough to do the puzzle.
Yeah, just look it up. It's not the important part. The important part is the story.
Yeah, I know. Some people say like the puzzles, getting through the puzzles and stuff, really.
But really, if you're stuck there for an hour, like, what's the point? It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, and admittedly, I've had to use the walkthrough through a couple times because I'm so desperate to get to the next story part. Anyway,
and sometimes it's just like, I would never have thought of that. I would never have completed this puzzle if I didn't have a walkthrough.
It's such outside the box thinking, but I feel like I'm definitely a better.
Even from figuring out, even from looking up the secrets to the game, you learn.
Yeah, and then coming to games like Professor Layton or Ace Attorney games now, thinking outside the box, it just helps you get through certain parts. So yeah.
Yeah, I got a little board game thing the other day called Mind Trap, and it's pretty much just all these cards with problems like that. You just got to read the problem, and I was surprised that I actually knew quite a lot of them just because of all the experience I've had with games like Zero Escape and Professor Layton and all that, just thinking outside the box.
What's this?
So, it's called Mind Trap.
Yeah.
I think it might be an older game, but whatever. There's like just hundreds of cards with all these problems on it. So
sounds cool.
It is cool. Yeah. We shall play it one day.
Yes. Anyway, that's what I want to talk about. Everyone, please see the movie. Freaking amazing. Maybe
in our Game of the Year show, we'll also do sort of an award segment where we pick the best movie of 2016, that kind of thing as well. Yeah. The best book of not that we read many books, but we could do a whole thing of that.
Well, we were just in about half an hour about to go see Star Wars.
So I don't think that'll be my pick, but
it's getting good stuff, getting good reviews.
I know. I'm surprised. It's I think an 8.2 on IMDb.
Yeah. And I've yet to be spoiled at anything, which I'm pleased about.
Yeah, and it's like what, an hour? Yeah, it's an hour until it starts. Can you hold off any spoilers?
Oh, just stay off Facebook easily.
You gotta.
But what? It's been just under a week since it's been out.
Hey, you know what surprised me? The Assassin's Creed movie that's coming out soon, or is it out?
No, it should be soon.
It's a 9.1 on IMDb.
Yeah.
One of the highest movies ever rated.
But
that only 900 people have voted so far. So it's probably going to go down into the 8s. But
I've always had high hopes for this movie because I've always thought Assassin's Creed's kind of probably lent itself well to the movie setting. I've been excited to go see this.
The thing that scares me, if this becomes huge and millions of people go to see it, it makes so much money, they're going to turn it into a franchise, just like the games were. There's going to be a new Assassin's Creed movie all the time.
Why do you think that would ruin it for you?
I just hate how they do that. As soon as something becomes popular, then they kill it by just releasing it all the time.
Yeah. Well, look at the game franchise.
Exactly.
They got killed.
Yeah.
But
if Assassin's Creed was treated a bit more like Grand Theft Auto, like once every 5 years or something, then maybe we'd be waiting for or Assassin's Creed 3 might have just come out, and we'd be so excited for it.
I was thinking about this the other day. There are very few games you can call a masterpiece. Grand Theft Auto 5 though, that game is like a masterpiece.
I disagree. I don't enjoy the campaign at all.
Really? Campaign was great.
The missions and all that. It's just, I don't know.
No, but what I think is a masterpiece, because the game's been out for 4 years now.
Yeah.
I've probably watched a Let's Play in Grand Theft Auto at a minimum of once a week for 4 years, because there is just infinite amount of content you can pull from that game.
So many things you can do in that.
And people to this day are still finding funny things to do in that game.
Yeah.
So for a game to have that much longevity, for millions of people to be playing it still finding new content.
We won't get another Grand Theft Auto for quite a while because of how many people are still playing this and still buying it as well.
Still buying it.
It's still on like the top 10 most sold games, most sold games on platforms every month. It's selling like Minecraft. That's how good it is. Yeah.
Well, plus there's Red Dead as
yeah,
well.
and that's coming. Yeah.
Which will be fun. Anyway, you had another game to talk about.
All right. The last game that I've been playing. So I have been playing quite a lot, Jake. I finished Firewatch. I started Bradman Cricket. And now this game is Walking Dead Season 1, Telltale. I just finished episode 4 last night. So I've got one episode to go. And there's a bonus episode on there as well. So I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But have you played any of this?
I got about halfway through it.
Okay, so you can talk a little bit about it then.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that really excites me, and because I'm coming into it quite late, is that I know that Clementine, the little girl, is in Season 2 because she's on the front cover.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure, because I've seen a little clip of Season 3, I'm pretty sure Clementine's in that as well, and I think she's grown up in that. So that excites me because I know that the story's going to continue on. Originally, I thought Season 2 was just going to be a whole set of new characters, whole different story. But no, this is a whole story that follows on. And this is sort of like, you don't play as Clementine, you play as Lee. So it's sort of like her caretaker. And I don't know I have no idea if Lee, survives or he continues on to the next game. I don't want it spoiled for me, so keep your mouth shut if you know. But I assume that you may take control of Clementine in Season 2.
You do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming, and I don't know, so this isn't a spoiler, I'm assuming that Lee dies in Season 1 just because you do take control of Clementine. And Season 1 is sort of like a backstory, a prologue for Clementine. She's seen all this fucked up shit as a kid and it's making her stronger, and Lee's sort of like her, teaching her all these things. That's why I've sort of taken on the role, is whenever there's a chance to teach Clementine something, it's about defending herself or setting her good values for the world that she's got to live in now. So whenever Lee's got to make a tough decision and Clementine gets a bit upset about that, I'm thinking about what Clementine's going to be in the next game.
Okay.
So Lee's sort of teaching her like, well, you got to, if he has to kill someone, well, you've got to make that decision, rather than Lee sort of fumbling about and not knowing what to do. Lee's like this strong person who's teaching Clementine what to do. So
it's funny how seriously you just you take this.
I love the Telltale games.
Yeah.
Like, this is the third one I've played now because I got halfway through the Borderlands one. But like the Game of Thrones one, the writers of this Telltale series is just, they equal the excitement that I enjoy when I watch the show. You actually feel like this could be a TV show, and I'm serious. Like, if the stories that they wrote for this game were on the season of Walking Dead, it would be as good as the Walking Dead show.
You say, again, this is the thing we were talking about at the start of the show. I feel like you're getting a better enjoyment out of it because you're making choices yourself. You're carving your own path.
So you don't think that the stories that they're telling, if this was a show, wouldn't be good?
No, it's hard to say, because it's hard to say what the writers themselves would choose, because
they would choose the choices I'm making because I'm making good choices.
Sure. But if The Walking Dead probably has 5. If you can play through it 5 times and you will get, good results, or you'll get different results.
I do know. You're just checking your phone, so you're trying to make me cover, but I'm not covering for you.
Sorry, can't do 2 things at once. No, but I got about halfway through this game.
Why did you stop?
I was playing it on my Xbox 360. It came as a free game for one of those games with gold things. But that was the very last game I played on my Xbox 360, because the day I was playing Walking Dead Season 1 is the day I went out and bought my Xbox One.
You should have waited.
Yeah.
So I got The Walking Dead as a pack. It was 5 Telltale games in the pack, and I bought it when it was on special or something, so like half price. And I bought it because I wanted to play the Game of Thrones one, and I thought I would just leave all the others alone for a while. I don't think I'd play them, but I don't know. I didn't think I'd enjoy these games as much as I have. So I'm really excited to get into season 2, and season 3 is coming out very soon. The first 2 episodes. So yeah, it's exciting. But yeah, like I said, like the stories that they tell in this. Okay, so this was made before the Game of Thrones one, wasn't it?
Yes.
I feel like they're getting better as they go on, because there's a lot of times in this game where you're walking back and forth and trying to solve these puzzles.
Oh yeah, they remove a lot of the point and click elements.
Yeah. So in the Game of Thrones one, it took me a lot less time to finish that game, just because there's a lot of it was choosing dialogue and then maybe some action scenes, but there weren't really any puzzles that you had to solve. In Walking Dead one, I spent so much time walking back and forth and trying to solve these puzzles and everything. It's like a puzzle game kind of thing, and they take that whole element out in Game of Thrones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember what part of the game it was, but you're locked up in a like pharmacy or something, and then you need to find batteries for a radio.
That took me ages.
You need to help the guy on the lookout on the very front door. You need to like throw something out the door. Yeah, it took like 2 hours or something just in that one area
to try and figure out what to do. Because you need to get some guys some pills and all that, and
you need to talk. You also want to talk to everyone.
Yeah, and there's a lot of that as well. There's a lot of moments where they just let you play, but you've got all these people to go and talk to now. So every single time you got to talk to everybody, and you don't really want to miss out on that in case you miss something, because something usually does happen. So there's a lot of waiting around and going to talk to people, and there's a lot of puzzle solving, which makes the game, I feel, like a lot slower, where there could be sort of more action and more, I don't know, important decision making.
Yeah.
Whereas in Game of Thrones, there's it's a lot better. The Game of Thrones game is a lot better. So season 2, was that made after Game of Thrones then?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I hope so, because to this day, Game of Thrones is my favorite Telltale one. So,
and yet I think it's like the least highly
which is weird.
I think only because you love the source material,
but so many other people do as well.
I don't know.
I just don't understand it. I really loved Game of Thrones.
Oh, I love Borderlands is my favorite.
True, and I didn't really sort of, I stopped halfway through that, and I will get back to it, but it wasn't my thing.
Man, it's so good. Again, I played that on 360, but you probably know this. The Telltale games aren't the most smoothest of experiences. Maybe you're playing on Xbox One. Are they any better?
Yeah, I've had no problems.
Oh, well, okay. Well, they're terrible on 360.
I've had problems as well when they're on the Vita and stuff like that. There's like really laggy. So.
Yeah, laggy and janky.
Yeah.
So the most critical point of Borderlands, the very ending.
Oh.
The dialogue, there was no talking. Their mouths were moving, but the audio wasn't coming out.
Ooh. But did you have subtitles?
Nope.
You gotta have subtitles for this game.
Why didn't you have subtitles?
Oh, there's your problem then. Would have been solved if you had subtitles. So you had no idea what you were replying to.
No. My problem wouldn't be solved if I had subtitles. My problem would be solved if the game was made better.
Ooh. That's harsh.
I say that, but it's still my favorite.
The only problem that I've ran into, and this is with the Game of Thrones as well, and this could be easily solved if I turn the achievement things off. Whenever I get an achievement, it blocks off some of my options to speak.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like waiting for it to drop, but then I run out of time to reply. I'm like, no.
Yeah, that's annoying. Eh?
And also one of my problems, which I explained with Game of Thrones as well, is sometimes you don't get enough time to actually read all the things and then make a decision.
Yep.
I need time to read them and then reply, like think of a decision, because the time is for your decision making.
Yep.
It's not for the reading time.
Yep.
So again, like I said, if you're a slow reader, then you got issues.
You're fucked.
What was my resolution to that when I came up with a good idea that they could fix it. Oh, that's right. At the start of the game, it tests you how fast you could read, and that bases how long decisions you can get.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyway, but
do you still think that's a good idea or not?
No, for sure. What, just cheat the system?
No, like they give you a passage of text to read.
Oh, they don't do that already?
No, they don't. This is my idea.
Okay.
They give you a passage of text to read, and you read it, and then click A when you've finished, and they've timed how fast of a reader you are, and then they can implement that. And
You're an ideas man.
I'm full of ideas.
Yeah.
That's why people should listen to this show.
Well, there actually is something I've been playing.
Oh,
Very mildly.
so we're off Walking Dead now, are we?
Yes. Why, did you want something else to say about it?
Looking forward to episode 5.
Okay.
Okay.
No, I've been playing Super Mario Run.
Oh, $13, wasn't it?
15.
Oh,
I haven't paid for it yet though.
why?
You get the first couple of levels for free.
All right.
I'll pay. I'll get there. It's just it's a very short game. You beat the levels really quickly, and there's only
Well, that's why it's a mobile game. Yeah, they're really short bursts.
sure. There's 6 worlds with I think 4 levels in each. So 6 fours are 24.
Yes. So
And
yeah,
then-
that is a really short game for $15.
Yeah, but I think you can justify where the $15 is coming from, because Nintendo have never been one for, Nintendo make
Lack of quality. Yeah.
Yeah, it's got their seal of quality on it. This is
It feels different to any other App Store game.
right. This is just well made. There's no bugs. I'm assuming there'll be no patches coming, because Nintendo have overseen the whole process. And it's pretty cool when you load up the game. The first screen you get is that classic red with Nintendo on it.
That's cool.
It was really exciting, and you see Mario pop up.
On your phone or iPad?
My phone.
Yeah.
My iPad's too slow to run it. I don't know. It was just really, really cool. And
Your iPad's too slow to run an App Store game.
yeah, it's so bad. But yeah, there's replayability with it, because each course, obviously, you need to collect 5 special coins, and they're really difficult to get. So you need to collect 5.
So you can finish it really easily then,
yeah,
without collecting all that stuff.
yeah. This is just for replayability. So you collect 5. That does one set, and then you get, I think there's like 3 sets of 5 different coins you need to get, and they get progressively harder to find out where they are in the level. So I think they go from like pink, purple, black, or something. And I'm all in for that. I'm a collector. I need to do it all. So I think.
And do you think this is a base game where they're just going to bring updates, new courses onto it, or they'll just bring out Super Mario Run 2?
Nah, they'll do more courses on it. Even then, I doubt they would do that. Depends
I don't think that they said they're not going to, do all these microtransaction things with it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's already gone super popular. I don't know.
So what's the deal with the online thing? Why does it always have to be online?
Yeah, I don't know.
You should try turning your internet off the phone and see if it works. Well, I don't think it will, because they've said you need to be online 24/7 if you want to play the game.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why.
I mean, there are very few moments where I'm not in a Wi-Fi zone anyway with my phone, so I wouldn't play it unless I'm in Wi-Fi anyway. But I know the whole idea of mobile gaming is you can play it anywhere at any time. So, I don't know. I don't think you should complain about it. People have enough data on their phone these days.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I recommend, even if you just get the base free version of it, just do it.
I was looking at a few stories on the internet. I didn't read this story, but I just read the headline. It was enough. But there was people sort of asking questions to Shigeru Miyamoto. He designed this game, didn't he? And they were asking him, how is it designing a game for a touchscreen? Is it a bit weird? Is it, is it what can you do the same thing that you used to? And he's pretty much just like, Nintendo came up with touchscreen. Like, we've been doing this since the beginning. Like, just shutting the guy down.
Hang on. So what was like touchscreen phones before or after Nintendo DS?
Nintendo DS was 2006.
That was well before.
Yeah.
So his question was, how is it designing a game for a touchscreen?
Yeah, is it a bit out of your league or something? Or
who was this guy? Oh no.
I don't know. I didn't read the story. That's just that's what I got from the headline. So
yeah.
Just, what are you doing?
Look, no. All in all, I know you're pretty against Nintendo going mobile, but
I'm not against it. It's a good move for them, because they're going to get money from it.
yeah.
but it's just like I don't want to see really great games go on mobile and really big franchises just go there and I don't want to see them using resources for that when they could be using it to create really good Switch games or DS games.
That's a good point. But I don't know. I think it's just Nintendo's back in the world eye again. With mobile, everyone's talking about Super Mario. Everyone's talking about Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
And everyone's
this year was a big change for Nintendo.
Everyone's talking about Switch.
Yeah.
So
hopefully good things can come.
Yeah. Well, that's all I wanted to say about it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. It's just something to distract me for 5 minutes, and I'll put it down. I'm not going to sit there for a half an hour gaming session on my phone. How dumb is that?
Yeah, nerd.
Right. I would only, again, like, I'm really ADD about this. My phone battery, like, my phone's charging right next to me right now. I can't take my phone out of charge unless it's 100%. I can't do it.
So that's OCD, isn't it?
What'd I say?
ADD.
Oh. It's OCD, yeah. And then, so if I were to take my phone out over 100% charge right now, I feel like I shouldn't use it because I don't want it to take away from that 100%.
Yeah, that's an issue.
Yeah. So if I were to play Super Mario Run, which I know would eat up a lot of battery, I would only play it when it's on charge because it won't take any battery.
You got to sort that out.
Yeah, well, there's nothing I can do about it.
So, Jake, from now until Christmas, what are you going to be playing?
Well, Christmas is officially a week away.
Officially, yep.
Which
from then on, we're going to be playing Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Well, things are sort of getting a bit quieter in my life, so I feel like I could smash out a couple hours in Watch Dogs 2.
Nice.
That's about it.
Couple of hours in a week.
I'm busy, mate.
Oh, there's also another game I forgot to mention, but I only played about an hour and a half of it. Far Cry Primal.
Oh yeah.
So I've turned that on and I've started it. Just sort of done the first few missions, and it's actually it's pretty good. I do prefer the other Far Cry games with guns, but yeah, it's just another Far Cry game. I guess it's not too different than what I was expecting it to. So.
Gross.
We just touched feet, so.
Cool. Well, yeah, lots of games, and you're getting a couple more games for Christmas as well.
Yeah, I'm getting quite a few games. I'm getting Pokemon Sun and Moon. I'm getting Dragon Quest 7 and what was the other? Mario Maker. So,
oh man, I'm really jealous about Mario Maker.
What do you mean you're jealous? You've got it.
I know, but it would be cool to have it on the DS.
Yeah, then get it.
I don't want to pay another $60.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
Look, I've said this many times about Mario Maker. I love Mario Maker. It's like the coolest game ever. As soon as I get in there to play it, I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah. You got to spend a lot of time sort of building, designing. Yeah. And I was actually watching quite a few gameplay videos of Planet Coaster. And I'm watching this guy, and he's a fucking freak at what he's doing. It's just like ridiculous, and it just turns me off playing it. Like it's like I'm never going to be able to make that. Well, I probably could, but it's going to take me hours and hours of time that I don't have. So I'd rather watch someone else do it than do it myself, But he's like an absolute freak.
Yeah, this is why I wish I had games like this when I was a kid. Or
during
school when I had the time.
Yeah.
I would spend back when I was young, I used to have Saturdays to myself. It was great because either you guys, brothers, were at work or playing sports. I was home. It's great. So I would spend all day playing video games or watching TV.
Yeah. GameCube days. That was.
Yeah, it's so good. So I wish I had like a Minecraft or a Super Mario Maker back then, because I knew I was dedicated to it back then.
Yeah.
Now it's just I don't have the attention span for it.
Yeah.
It's sad in a way.
I mean, we did play quite a lot of The Sims and Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 and Theme Park World. We did a lot of building through that. And RPG Maker.
RPG Maker, yeah. No, it was really you.
But now, like, even though I've got the new RPG Maker and I'm, it's really exciting to think about what I could create now because I'm, smarter. I could do a lot more things, but really I get on it and I can't play it for too long because it's just so much time that I don't really want to spend doing that, It's different now. But there's I suppose, the structure of our show, we start off by talking about what we've been playing, but that's been pretty much our whole show. Jake, I started a thing last week where it's not going to be called news anymore. It's going to be called things that have caught my eye. Okay?
Essentially news, then.
Pretty much, but it's, different. Because, we're quite innovative in 411 folks here. We're entrepreneurs.
Yep.
You're not even listening. You're on your phone.
No, I'm listening.
There's only been one thing that's caught my eye. I've been really looking at lots of news over the week, and really nothing's happened. But one thing was the new ukulele trailer. Did you see this? So they've shown off a level called Capital Casino. Capital Casino, and it's sort of like at a casino. And they're talking about there's lots of areas around the casino that you can go to, but they're saying don't go into the staff only area, because that's where lots of enemies are and everything. But it looks like a pretty cool world.
No Wii U version, huh?
No Wii U version. Yeah, that was the other piece of news. So, but they didn't actually say that. It only came up at the end where the Wii U logo wasn't there. But it'll definitely be a Switch game, because the release.
No, they've said it.
Oh, they have.
Yeah.
Okay, so the release date for Ukulele is April 11th, and Switch will be out by then.
So no, it won't make launch, will it? I mean,
yeah, it will.
Sorry, will it make launch of Ukulele?
Yeah.
They'll simultaneously launch it for Switch?
Switch will be out in March.
No. As in, like, Ukulele will launch on Switch, Xbox, and PS4 at the very same time.
Yeah.
You think?
I think so. Definitely.
I just don't think they could have... Like they've said, they've ditched the Wii U and moving to Switch now. I think it'll come later.
I don't think so. There's not that much work. I mean, Switch is pretty much just like a normal console now. There's no gimmicks to it. You're just using a Switch controller to play it on the screen. So, I mean, and these guys who have done all the Banjo-Kazooies, they've worked with Nintendo before. So, I just kind of wish it was a Nintendo exclusive.
Yeah. Why? What are you going to buy this on?
Xbox.
Because it'll run the best there.
It'll look better.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'll have a Switch by then, because I'm probably gonna wait a bit. Yeah. Unless launch convinces me.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as you now. But Ukulele. Are we talking like a $50 game here?
I'm pretty sure it is $49 or something.
Yeah. Because
that's what I think it says that in the app the Xbox store.
Oh, okay. That's good. I'll happily buy that.
Yeah. Because it's not a big game.
Yeah.
It's like an indie game, so
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really, after playing Firewatch and these smaller games like even The Walking Dead, I'm really into the indie games now. I'm really excited to play a few more of them. I feel like I'm on Google all the time looking up lots of the games that I've missed out on now. There's a game called The Witness that I really want to give a try now. Have you heard of The Witness?
It's only on PS4.
No, it's on Xbox as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn it!
Did you watch it?
Well, no. It's like a crazy ass puzzle solving.
Yeah. That's the only thing that's put me off. I don't know if I'm up for that as well.
I've heard
because
it's like people who have reviewed it have like see it in their dreams and stuff.
So I don't know if I have the time for that as well. But the thing about The Witness as well that also puts me off is it's not very linear. So you don't just walk out and you know where to go to solve the puzzle. It's sort of like you're on an island and where the fuck do I go now? You got to sort of find your own way and find out what to do. You have no idea what to do. So I don't know, maybe if use a few guides to do it, but I'd really like to give it a go. I don't really want to spend $50 on it though.
$50?
52 or something, I think it is.
Way.
Yeah, that's the
Knowing
thing.
You'd put an hour and then give up.
Yeah. I need a more linear experience if I'm going to play a game like that.
Yeah. I've watched maybe a good 3 hours of it or something, so I don't know how it ends or what the story is to it, but I just know it's not for me. Absolutely, it's not for me.
Yeah, talking about watching games, I feel like there's a lot of games that I need to watch now because of all the PS4 exclusives that are coming. Games that I like, even Until Dawn. That's a game that I really need to watch gameplay of. I kept putting that off because I kept thinking maybe one day I'll get a PS4, but I'm never going to get it. I'm never going to be able to play that game. So
you've never
No, I need to watch it. I need to watch what happens in that.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. I'm jealous because you're watching it with fresh eyes.
Mm.
But you have to pick the right person to watch it from. I recommend the Achievement Hunter one.
What about one that has no commentary? Isn't that better?
No, commentary makes it better.
Really? Okay.
Because I know the game's supposed to pull you through, but because you're not interacting, you
Nearly fell off there.
because you're not interacting with it, I feel like you could get a bit bored with it. It's pretty long. I'd say it's good 10, 12 hours.
Oh yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Just have breaks, whatever. Just treat it like it's a TV series, I guess.
Well, sure, and Achievement Hunter do it in like 10 parts or something.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
there you go.
All good. So I guess that's it for this week, Jake. And we will be back with. I plan to do an episode before Christmas that you're not involved in, because you won't want to talk about Dragon Ball Super or Xenoverse. So
I want to.
exactly, you will have no input.
I watched a video.
You can be there. You can listen to me.
I watched the video. I watched the video of Team 4-Star do the best ranking, best to worst villains in Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, as soon as I open the video, they're like, "Don't watch this if you haven't seen Super yet. Spoilers, spoilers, spoilers." I'm like, screw it.
No, Jake.
So it wasn't much spoiled. They just showed all the villains and
Yeah.
some of the fights and stuff.
What'd you think?
Cool. I still don't know what Black Goku is all about though.
Yeah, that. And also for me, it was kind of a bit confusing as well, because I was watching it week by week.
Yeah.
And there were times where I skipped an episode for a whole week, so I hadn't watched it for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and then I came back and watched a couple in a row. And it was sort of, that whole saga was a bit confusing just because it was so, I wasn't watching it all together. If I marathon watched all that it'd be really cool. I'd know what's going on, but yeah, it was a bit confusing for me as well. But it wasn't a bad saga. It was quite a long one, which is good to get back into. Dragon Ball Z is known for its quite really long sagas, that last 3 seasons or whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas this new anime style, they try to stick to, what is it, 15 episodes or whatever, and it's done. That kind of thing. So.
Oh well.
But no, our next episode that we do together will be a Pokemon Sun and Moon episode, because we're both getting it for Christmas, and we're both going to put the hard hours into it for maybe a couple of days, and then we'll do an episode on it, a belated review.
Was it like 2 months old at this point? Month and a half?
Yeah, probably a month and a half. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh well, people are keen to know our thoughts, Jake.
I'm keen to play it.
Me too. Yeah.
You gonna play it on Christmas Day?
Yeah, probably Christmas night before bed. Maybe I might play it for an hour or two.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, probably for the next for Boxing Day, I'll probably spend a good 10 hours. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
So my work schedule, unfortunately, I have to go. The office doesn't close, so I don't have like a full week. So I have Christmas, Boxing Day, and then 2 days after that off.
So that's Pokemon Sun and Moon,
Ooh,
and maybe
yeah.
a recording session.
Sure. If you can pull myself away from it.
Yeah, it could steal our game of the year, Jake. We don't know yet.
I hope it does. I'm leaving a nice little space in there for it.
Nice. I've already written my list of games of the year, and yeah, there's a slot where it could go.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
I already have my game of the year. It could just be one of the many games.
Yeah.
I have my number one.
I know what it is, but yeah.
Do you?
I do.
Okay.
We've talked about it already.
Yeah.
But that's why I really want to play that. Let's just stop talking about it. Okay, so yeah, we'll be back. I'll be back sooner, and 3 more shows for the year. That'll be it. One with maybe Kian, one with you, and then our Game of the Year show. It's exciting times. So yeah, any last words, Jake?
Nah. See you later.